Thanks for tuning in to the Crush It Trading Recap Show for Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. Crushed it today with $1,018. Not a bad day of trading the Crush It Trade strategy. We had it set up on a few of the tickers that we watch, and we're going to get into those trades here in just a second. But do me a favor and click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, right now would be the perfect time to subscribe and come trade the Crush It Trade strategy with us live Monday through Friday right here on YouTube. Check it out. All right, the trade of the day was, there it is, NVIDIA for $1,018. And before I get into the NVIDIA trade, I just want to talk real quick about Apple right here, because I did try to take Apple for a continuation setup to the upside. I ended up getting stopped out, but here it is right here at the 0.618 level. I got VWAP right here and I have an ascending trend line. You can see this move right here, this quick pullback on the 1 minute on Apple. So it's kind of playing this level right here at the 0.618, which was at 234.63. And I did scale some of the contracts out here in the middle of the crush it zone, but as price was coming down through the crush it zone back down to the 0.618, I ended up seeing NVIDIA setting up. And so I quickly jumped over to NVIDIA and got into this trade also to the downside. Right here, you can see we have an impulsive move on the 5 minute below the opening candle print on the 5 minute chart here. I jumped in to NVIDIA and scaled out at the 0.618. And at this point here, I was up like $1,100, and I was seeing that Apple wasn't doing anything and was most likely going to head down some more. And so I hurried up and got out of the Apple contracts with negative like $300 or $400, and then sold the rest of the trailers on NVIDIA right here at the near side of the crush it zone. So that was a really good trade on NVIDIA the downside. Now, we had another trade set up here at the crush it zone. At the 1 hour here, we're deep outside the Bollinger Bands right here. And we're deep outside the Bollinger Bands on the 5. I wouldn't say we're deep outside the Bollinger Bands on the 1, but we have a nice little setup here with these big candles. We got the lower wick down here, and this last green candle right here at the crush it zone would have been a nice move to the upside. Now, I didn't take this trade just because I had just gotten out of the previous trade on NVIDIA for a continuation setup, and so I wasn't like mentally set up to take the trade. But as you can see here, this would have been a really, really good trade to the upside, and the risk reward on this could have been 16.31. Not bad on NVIDIA. So there's two really good setups right here on NVIDIA. You had the continuation of the downside, and then we had the crush it zone move to the upside right here. A nice trade. Now let's go to the watch list and see what took place today. You can see as far as the crush it trade strategy goes, we had a pretty good setup right here on AMD with the move to the upside off the near side of the crush it zone. Risk to reward 5.42. We had a continuation setup on Amazon to the downside, which I didn't get into, but that was a nice move to the downside. You can see we got the retest right here at the 0 line for a move to the downside. So there's a second setup. And then there's Meta. I would say no trade on Meta. I just don't like to trade it just because it's a little bit spready, and we didn't really get a good test on the 0 line here. So nothing on Meta. And then Apple. Beautiful trade off the crush it zone. Now, I was calling this one. I was a little skeptical on Apple just because it had some tight ranges right here off the crush it zone. And, you know, I was kind of saying it's probably not a good trade to take or jump into. And then look what happened. It just flushed right down for the rest of the day. So that would have been a phenomenal trade on Apple. Once again, nobody took it. And then we had this trade on Tesla right here off the crush it zone. Just this little move right here to the upside. And this one was worth about, what is it, 94 cents, almost $1, so not bad there. And then you did have a second setup on Tesla right here at a daily level for a nice retest to the downside. Once again, it's a little bit outside of the strategy that we normally trade in the room, but I just wanted to show you that this is a good setup for Tesla, the retest at the daily level for a move to the downside. And then obviously the NVIDIA trade, I just showed you this one here on the crush it zone. This was a pretty awesome move right here. NVIDIA really had the classic A+ crush it trade set up today. And there you go. That is the crush it trade strategy. A lot of great setups. This is an awesome strategy to trade. And I encourage you to come trade with us Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 11 and learn this strategy and learn how to consistently win and stay green every single day. All right. Take care. Have a good night. And we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.